Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome to today's matchup in the UPSL Premier Division between Atlanta United Academy and North Georgia United FC. This is a game that's critical to both of these clubs as they get ready for the real earnest part of the season. And with us today, we have Jason Longshore, who's going to be doing the call today. And I wanted to go ahead and turn it over to Jason.
Welcome in to Marietta, the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground here in Marietta, the Atlanta United training ground. And this is a big game for the Atlanta United Academy team, a mix of players from a couple of different age groups today, as a number of players are kind of on call for both the first team from Atlanta United's second team and then U19s and U17s on call for the second team who play on Monday. So an interesting group today for Atlanta United's U19s, and they're facing North Georgia United. Two teams getting ready for kickoff here in Marietta, North Georgia United and Atlanta United's academy team, mostly U19s. Let's get into the starting lineups for both teams. North Georgia comes in a 4-3-3. Jose Mendiola in goal. Backline left to right, Chris Garduno, Eddie Garcia, Juan Carlos Sanchez, and Neri Juarez. Midfield trio anchored by Carlos Jimenez, along with JJ Grimaldo and Eric Vaquero. On the wings, Evan DeYo on the left side, Ronald Maradiaga on the right side. 5 goals on the season for Maradiaga. And Elvin Palacios is the number 9 up top. For Atlanta, they'll be in a 3-5-2 tonight. Kyle Jansen in goal. The wing backs on the left side, Grayson Armistead. On the right, Braden Barnett. 3 center backs, Ollie Wagner, Brian Gomez, and Pablo Ibarra. Midfield trio anchored by Campbell Reese alongside Luke Hutzel and Armani Rowe. And 2 up top, it's Kenny Hales and Pedro Villalobos. A beautiful day here in Marietta, although it is very windy. And if you've been out at any games, whether we're talking high school, whether we're talking UPSL, any games over this past week, the wind has been a factor across the board. It's blowing kind of diagonally here from the far left corner to the near right corner. We'll see how much it affects crosses and long balls, and we'll see how things get settled in today. North Georgia in the all pink. They'll be moving from right to left on your screens, and Atlanta in the black with red trim and gold print, moving from left to right. Let's kick it for 45 minutes. First half action here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. I'm Jason Longshore. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. North Georgia off the kick, working the ball up the right side. Marietta passes forward to Palacios. Palacios spins, cuts it back, has a little bit of help. Long range shot, testing Kyle Jansen. The South African youth national team goalkeeper makes the comfortable save. Atlanta United will try to build out of the back. No matter how much time these guys have had together on the field or on the training pitch, they're going to play the way that the club wants to play. They want possession. They want to build out of the back. They want to control matches. We'll see how this group handles that. Gomez across to Ibarra. Pablo Ibarra takes the space in front of him on the dribble. Into the center circle, loose touch. North Georgia come out with it down the left side. Evan Dio cuts back on the right foot. Doesn't connect with the first option. Shot blocked. Nice block from Reese. North Georgia will reset. Try to find that space down the right side. Atlanta United come away with it. Campbell Reese with a nice turn. Slots it into the middle behind the intended target. North Georgia clear. Atlanta back on it with Hutzel. Across to Braden Barnett. Barnett tries to curl one in with the right foot. Maybe sailed a little bit because of the wind. Out of the reach of Kenny Hales. High pressure from Atlanta. They force the turnover. Reese turns as Hales. Drops it back. Atlanta will set up shop here in the middle third. Ibarra. Back to Jansen. Over to Brian Gomez. Gomez, heavy touch on the dribble. North Georgia knock it away momentarily. Good play from Luke Hutzel. Knew the likelihood of contact there was high, but he had to get to that ball in front of Dio. Draws the contact, gets the free kick. Restarting it in the middle with Ibarra. Pablo Ibarra on the ground to Hales. Hales floats it out wide to the left to Armistead. Back inside, opportunity here for Atlanta, edge of the 18. Shot takes a deflection. Almost turns into a fortunate deflection. It will be a corner. Braden Barnett was in the vicinity there. And he'll stand over the corner. Plays it short, top of the 18, to the back post. Offside as a player was inside the 6 on the initial corner, and when it was played back, North Georgia's back line stepped out. Good goalkeeping from Mendiola anyway to make that play. North Georgia short off the goal kick. Intercepted by Hutzel. Barnett down the right side to Villalobos. Too much on that. Goal kick in the 4th minute. Still early days in the 2024 spring season, but both of these teams are in an unfamiliar position at the bottom of the Premier Division. Not where they expected to be walking in the door. We'll see who comes out with at least something today. Don't think a draw would really do either one very much good. Hales drops it back. Reese lets it go back to Wagner, all the way back to Jansen. Gomez gives Jansen another look. Wagner out wide to Armistead, back to Wagner. Across to Gomez. Braden Barnett, space in front of him. Hutzel. Barnett. Gomez. Luke Hutzel spent some time in preseason with Atlanta United 2, had some goals in their preseason schedule. Jansen picks out Reese. He turns to the left. Good through ball from Reese. Hales. Edge of the 18. Nice tackle at the top of the 18. And it comes back off of Hales. It will be a goal kick. Juan Carlos Sanchez came across to make that tackle. Ball from Reese was a good one as we get another look at the buildup from Atlanta United. Sent Reese in, perfectly timed run, but that tackle at the top of the 18, you have to time that one correctly or you're bringing, at a minimum, a dangerous free kick. At the max, you're bringing a penalty into play. Header won by Eddie Garcia. Wagner chasing for Atlanta United. It's run down by Marietta on the far side, but only momentarily. Hutzel, long ball over the top for Villalobos. Villalobos has a step on the defender, gets into the 18, to the end line. Got to try to bend this one back around. Going to earn a throw. Couldn't hit the brakes fast enough there, Pedro Villalobos, but he does rescue a throw out of it. Barnett. Knocked off of him. Going to be a throw for North Georgia. Atlanta United can try to pin them in. Long throw in, kind of knocked down by the wind a little bit. Ibarra. Back to Gomez. Inside to Ibarra. He's got Wagner to the left. Ibarra forward to Reese. Campbell Reese tries to slot one through for Grayson Armistead. Knocked away. Hales will rescue it. Armistead cuts back across. Good pick out to get to Hales. But he is double teamed. Big tackle from North Georgia. Another good one to deny Kenny Hales. It will be a throw for North Georgia in the middle third. Ninth minute, no score as of yet. North Georgia on the ball. Trying to find some space on that far side. Marietta is fouled by Ollie Wagner. Free kick for North Georgia at midfield. Eddie Garcia standing over this one. Ibarra stepped forward to win it in front of Palacios. North Georgia will reset with Juan Carlos Sanchez and now Jose Mendiola. Mendiola under pressure from Hales. Hales knocks it down, slots it in. Goal, goal, goal. Kenny Hales making things happen for Atlanta United's academy team. A one-man press, and he was able to knock down the outlet pass from Jose Mendiola. And then the composure to get on it and slot it home. Great pressure from Hales, just not giving up on the play, taking away the passing lane, and then not panicking, slotting it home 1-0 to Atlanta United's academy side here in the 10th minute. Off the kickoff, North Georgia, Neri Juarez on the right side. Good work from Juarez, brings it forward. Back to Juarez. Here comes North Georgia into the attacking third. Into the middle for Palacios, intercepted by Ibarra. North Georgia get back on it with Grimaldo. Jimenez, back to Grimaldo. Grimaldo stood up by Ibarra, fouled. Referee going to have a conversation with Pablo Ibarra. A short one. Free kick for North Georgia. Well, over 35 yards out, so we take another look at the last sequence. Ibarra late to it. Made sure that didn't turn into a more dangerous opportunity for North Georgia. Long discussion over how North Georgia wants to approach this free kick. Maybe just inside of 32 yards out. Atlanta's wall, 10 yards back, just inside the arc. Vaquero for North Georgia into the wall. Follow-up volley, sliced wide, still in play. Maradiaga will try to run it down. No nonsense from Armistead, who plays it long. Back to Mendiola. Garcia back to Mendiola. Sanchez, now it's Garcia on it for North Georgia. Into the middle to Grimaldo. Sanchez up the right side, intercepted by Armistead. North Georgia will get reset now. Atlanta pressing in a 3-4-3 shape when they get the opportunity to. They'll pick and choose with the two pressing and sometimes adding the third. Can be difficult for opponents. They force the turnover here. Barnett. Gomez, Ibarra, back to Jansen. Ibarra will find the soft spot in North Georgia's pressure between the two forwards. Over to Armistead. He tries to hook up with Hales. Knocked down, and North Georgia back on it in search of an equalizer. It's 1-0 through Kenny Hales in the 10th minute. Hutzel goes in for a tackle. North Georgia continue on. Down the right side. Wagner has to concede the throw. Crossed into the edge of the 18. Hutzel jumps for it. Pulls the leg back to not get a high kick. Ends up finding its way to Jansen. the lefty. Jansen picks out Barnett. Big switch deflected away by Garcia. Will be run down on the far side by Nery Juarez. Good look to try to play Hales in behind. His speeds caused some problems for North Georgia in the early going. Vaquero forward to Maradiaga. Palacios can't control it. Ibarra knocks it away from him. Hutzel pops it forward. Villalobos and Rowe were chasing, but it's North Georgia who come away with it. Maradiaga now, the danger man. On the left foot, curling effort. Jansen has to stretch to make that save and push it wide. A dangerous curler from Ronald Maradiaga. Another look at it now. From well out, Maradiaga struck that well, and it was bending inside of that far post. Jansen at full stretch. Kind of an awkward one for a goalkeeper as well, as it bounced right in front of him. He's got to play that. Corner. Played to the top of the 6. Knocked down. Atlanta United trying to clear. They can't. Goal. 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 North Georgia. They find an answer off the set piece. We are tied at 1-1 as Evan Dio found that loose ball inside the 18. Was put into a dangerous spot and no one could find the handle. Yo did. Dio turns and hits that with the left foot low. Don't think Jansen ever saw it. 1-1 here in the 17th minute. Gomez to Ibarra. Atlanta United back on it. Campbell Reese. Long ball looking for the wingback Braden Barnett. Not quite on the same page. Goal kick for Jose Mendiola. Down the middle, Hutzel with the header. Coming back from an offside position is Pedro Villalobos. You can hear the wind whipping through the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground. Maybe a little bit of a swirling wind as well, so it's more unpredictable for the players on the field. Header and Barnett clears. Hales will give chase. Nice work here on the near side by Garduno. Garduno's pass deflected a little bit, but Vaquero finds the handle. He picks out Grimaldo. Here comes North Georgia through the middle. Grimaldo, his pass forward to Palacios. Palacios looking for Maradiaga. Ali Wagner stepped in front to intervene. It's out wide to the right to Nery Juarez. Maradiaga. Knocked back by Grimaldo. North Georgia resetting here in the edge of the attacking third. Good work to bring it over to the left side. Garduno. Mishit that. Fortunate, kept possession. Evan Dio back to Garduno. Vaquero into the middle, sliding challenge. A good one from Ibarra. Grimaldo thought about the right foot, cuts back to the left. Drop back to Vaquero, always rising over the bar. Good patience from North Georgia, though, working the ball side to side to find their opportunity. Take another look at the last bit of it with Vaquero. Ibarra with a good intervention there. that last shot from Vaquero was when the patience had run out a bit in possession. Mendiola up the right side for North Georgia. That's one. Back by Reese. But North Georgia, the second time around, they're back into the attacking half. Through ball attempt looking for Palacios. Intercepted by Wagner. Atlanta will restart their phase of possession with Jansen. Reese drops back to get on it. Over to the left side. Ibarra. Gomez. Braden Barnett. Brian Gomez. Jansen forward to Ibarra, who stepped forward for a bit. Foul on the far side as Armistead is dragged down. Free kick. Wind is really coming through at our backs here at midfield. It's shifted a bit from how it started. Gomez to Hutzel. Inside to Reese. Reese floats one through down the left flank to Armistead. Flag is up here on the near side. Armistead thought he had timed that. AR on the opposite side of the pitch, closer to us, disagreed. One here in the 22nd minute. Goals from Kenny Hales and Evan Dio. As North Georgia unable to rescue that wayward pass. Deep throw for Atlanta United's academy side. Thrown into Hales. Back to Armistead. One more time, back to Wagner. Wagner back to the left, inside to Reese. Reese pops one through to Hales. Hales wants to get on the right foot. Inside to Hutzel. A little bit too much spice on that pass from Hales. Hutzel couldn't control it. North Georgia won a break. Atlanta trying to contain them. Good containment. They force it back and force the turnover. Ibarra stepped up to prevent North Georgia from advancing further. That's a throw for Braden Barnett. Headed away by Sanchez. Another throw. Barnett gains about 10, 15 yards on that. Barnett might be thinking longer throw here as he steps back a bit, launches it into the 18. Headed away, Hutzel almost finds the rebound. Slid to try to find something for a teammate there. Rowe couldn't get to it. North Georgia trying to break out down the right side with Maradiaga. Out for a throw. Armistead throws it into Hales. Back to Wagner and back to Jansen. Kyle Jansen, foot on the ball. Trying to draw North Georgia in to create some passing angles. Ibarra stepping higher and higher into the middle. Atlanta United changing their shape a bit. Hutzel. Down the left side for Campbell Reese. Reese, left-footed cross, headed away at the near side by Garcia. Armistead inside to Hutzel. Hutzel tried to pick out Villalobos, knocked down and cleared. Good response from Atlanta United's academy side here after conceding on the set piece. Started to gain a little more control of the match, playing it on their terms. Can they make something of that is the question. Barnett up the right side to Villalobos. The wind is back, and it's back to the degree that it's changing the flight patterns of the sprinklers behind us. If I yelp, I apologize in advance. Hales down the left side. Back to Armistead, left-footed cross, low, knocked down by the wind. Sanchez puts it up into the sky. Armistead heads it forward. Comes through for a second header, but that'll be out for a goal kick. I'm out here a pretty good bit at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground, and one, I know those sprinklers are not supposed to reach where we are, and two, I don't know if I've ever been out here when it's been this windy. Jose Mendiola, goalkeeper for North Georgia. You can see the wind affecting that. Armistead heads it forward. Hales gets on it in the 18. Foul is called, I believe a grab and a yellow card. It was a wind-aided sequence for Atlanta United. Hales was the first one to read it. And as he had gotten in behind, foul called at the top of the 18. Ball from Mendiola was just dragged down by the wind. And Hales trying to create a shot opportunity. Draws the foul. Let's see what Atlanta United has in mind here. The free kick is probably 19 yards from goal. Those sprinklers again. Reese standing over it with the right foot. Around the wall, but wide of the near post. Goal kick. 28th minute, 1-1 between Atlanta United's academy side and North Georgia United. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Atlantic Soccer Media Group YouTube channel. I'm Jason Longshore. It's North Georgia in the all pink into the attacking half, down the right side. Nice recovery defensively by Armistead. Deep throw for North Georgia upcoming. Curling back around to the left, nothing doing. Nice defending there from Atlanta. Back to midfield. And now over to the left to Garduno. Garduno with the right-footed cross. Armistead gets to it first. Headed back in, but that's easy for Jansen to lasso in. Rolls it short to his left to Wagner, up the left side to Grayson Armistead. Armistead tries to go over the top. It gets through. Hales is there to press. Garduno and Sanchez and Garcia defend it well. Wayward pass, though, as an outlet, intercepted by Barnett. Barnett back to Armani Rowe. Rowe drops it back to Gomez. Inside to Ibarra. Advancing out of that three center back setup in possession. Reese floats one to the back post. Hutzel tries to head it back. Hales and Villalobos couldn't get to it. Still pressure from Atlanta. North Georgia clear. Maradiaga unable to turn with possession. Wanted the foul, doesn't get it. Barnett. Rowe. Gomez. Wagner back to Jansen. Wagner passes forward to Villalobos. Armistead back to Ollie Wagner. 30th minute. Since we got to 1-1, Atlanta's had a little more control of it, but not a lot of opportunities created in this match today. Atlanta trying to change that right now. Into the 18. Hales can't hit the brakes and spin back. It's up the right side. Rowe going to let that go for the throw. Inside to Reese. Campbell-Reese drifting to the left. Has Armistead. Villalobos 1-2 with Armistead. Wants to round the corner. He's on the end line. Cuts it back. Hales took a deflection. He was unable to get the shot off. Slammed away by Garcia. Atlanta still there. Reese. Driving inside. Villalobos tackled away from him. Corner Atlanta United. Luke Hutzel goes across to take it. Will be an in-swinger and potentially impacted by the wind. Hutzel to the back post, sailed over the head of Ollie Wagner. Corner on the near side now. This is the one that might be more impacted by the wind. Kind of going into it. Wind can push it towards the goal a little bit as well. Could create a knuckling effect here. With the left foot to the back post. Header wide of the near post from Wagner. That time they picked him out, but Wagner doesn't test Mendiola. Goal kick played across short to Sanchez. Now Garduno back to Sanchez. Back to Garduno. Villalobos chasing. Atlanta trying to box Garduno in. He spins out of that box. And a good ball down the left side from Chris Garduno. Evan Diyo driving into the 18. Diyo stood up by 2, drops it back. Gets it back, shot with the left foot. Over the bar from Palacios. Evan Diyo crafted a nice opportunity there into the 18. But Ibarra and Gomez stood him up. He could not find a better opportunity for himself or anyone else. Palacios put it over the bar. Armistead. Ibarra. Gomez. Hutzel heads it across to Hales. Brings it down, turns, faces, has Villalobos to his right. Back to Luke Hutzel. Campbell-Reese ever present in the midfield. Moves it over to the right side to Barnett. Barnett's curling cross, chested down by Sanchez. Good pressure from Villalobos. Forces the giveaway. Garduno there to help turn it back North Georgia's way. They'll get a throw, but it's deep right next to the corner flag. Go back to that last opportunity for North Georgia. Palacios snatching at that shot just a bit. Thrown in down the line. Gomez pops it up into the air. Hutzel settles. Tries to turn through 2. Nice defensive play from Carlos Jimenez. Hutzel commits the foul in transition on Vaquero. And Luke Hutzel will see a yellow card. That's a sequence where I like that yellow card in the greater context of yellows being issued for transition fouls. Something that referees in various leagues have talked about, people in the game have talked about being a point of contention, something they want to see emphasized. It's not called consistently enough because it's a foul in the attacking half ultimately for Atlanta United, but it is absolutely intentional to break up the transition. It's a smart play from Hutzel, but he's got to go the rest of the way on a yellow card. Vaquero through the middle, pass does not connect. Armistead back to Jansen. Jansen drives it down the left side. Atlanta trying to flip the field here. Hales continuing through, gets on it again, dragged down in the 18. That's going to be a penalty, and it might be a little bit more. Red card issued to Eddie Garcia. Atlanta's wanted to build up the play today as much as they can, but every once in a while that long ball over the top can have an impact. The pressure from Hales forced the turnover, and then Garcia reached out and grabbed him. I think the debate might be where he grabbed him. Looked like the referee initially signaled a penalty. Might have been signaling more of the foul being called. It is going to be outside. Being a grab, it would not have mattered about the red card. It would have been a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity and still a red inside the 18 because there was no attempt to play the ball. But this is not the penalty that Atlanta thought they might have had. It's a free kick for Luke Hutzel on the edge of the 18 instead. We're into the 37th minute. Hutzel with the right foot, driven into the wall. Throw Atlanta. They'll play with the man advantage the rest of the way after the red card to Eddie Garcia. See how North Georgia reshuffles to defend here the rest of the first half with 10. Thrown into Hales. He's unable to keep it. Foul called. Free kick, North Georgia. Nery Juarez plays it up the right side. That's intercepted by Villalobos. Villalobos turns to the right foot, slots it across, looking for Reese. Too much on the pass. North Georgia with an opportunity to break down the left. Diyo stood up by Gomez. Gomez inside to Hutzel. Tried to play it back to the center back who had advanced up the right side. That's intercepted by Garduno. Good work to dribble around Hutzel, but it's turned over in the midfield. Reese, Hutzel, Villalobos down the right side. Back post, Hales with the left-footed shot wide of the far post. Didn't catch it cleanly, but it was still almost enough for Kenny Hales. Mendiola was stranded, but very thankful that ball dribbled wide of the far post. Good ball from Villalobos to pick out Hales. North Georgia off of the goal kick. They go over the top to Palacios. Palacios off the hop and over the bar. Go back to that last opportunity. The ball from Villalobos was excellent. Hales with the left-footed shot. I think it hopped up on him and he didn't catch it 100% cleanly. Still almost enough to beat Mendiola. It's down to the quality of the ball from Pedro Villalobos. Ibarra through to Hutzel. We've seen Ibarra step up higher and higher for Atlanta United with the man advantage. Will that continue? Gomez to Reese. Atlanta definitely sending numbers forward here. Armani Rowe. Pass knocked down by Grimaldo. Be out for an Atlanta throw. 40th minute, 1-1. Atlanta has the man advantage after a red card to Eddie Garcia. Pablo Ibarra tries to take advantage. Hutzel spins to the left. Hutzel into the 18 on the right foot. Shot blocked. Villalobos can't get to it. It's scrambled away. Juan Carlos Sanchez makes the play. Throw in Atlanta. They would love to get the lead before halftime. Barnett back to Reese. Hutzel put his hand in the air. Reese goes all the way to the left side to Armistead. Cuts it back to the left foot. Armistead tackled away from him, and the last touch was off of Grayson Armistead. Out for a goal kick. North Georgia will make a sub. Wondered if they would try to get to the halftime break or not. They're going to have to sacrifice their forward, Elvin Palacios. So often you see it when a team loses a defender. They have to sacrifice the attack. It's Atlanta trying to win it back in the middle third. North Georgia on it, the sub, Ramzi Gabaya. Here comes Atlanta United. Luke Hutzel has Villalobos to his right. Garduno steps in to intercept, cleared. Barnett will run it down. 42nd minute, forward to Luke Hutzel. More and more influential as we go today. Hutzel slips Barnett through. Back to Villalobos. Atlanta pinning North Georgia in with the man advantage. Rowe, Ibarra, Reese, Barnett. He's tucked inside. Villalobos. Armani Rowe can't get to it. Goal kick, North Georgia. North Georgia staying with playing short off the goal kicks. They play to Garduno. Back to Juan Carlos Sanchez. Back out wide to Garduno. Atlanta pinning them in. Garduno with a risky ball across. Reese gets to it. Tried to cut it back. Gabaya with the play. Substitute quickly involved for North Georgia. Grimaldo springs Maradiaga down the right side. Gonna have to go it alone quite a bit today. Has some help on the reinforcements here. Jansen gets across to make the save. Grimaldo with the shot from about 25. Jansen got the big frame down to be sure of that save. Reese up the left side to Armistead. Hutzel. Big switch across to Rowe. Rowe can't judge that one in the wind. That one did have a little bit of that knuckleball effect. Let's go back to that last opportunity from Grimaldo. It's a good run from Maradiaga. Maradiaga and Evan Dio are essentially the two attackers for North Georgia. We'll see how their shape evolves after they lost Eddie Garcia to a red card. Ollie Wagner steps up to try to win it back for Atlanta United. Hutzel commits the foul. Grimaldo goes down. He's been very good for North Georgia today. One here in Marietta as we get close to halftime. Big switch off the free kick, brought down by Garduno. His cross headed away by Grayson Armistead. Hutzel and Vaquero go up for it. It falls to Reese. He's got Armistead making a run down the left. Hutzel. Good first touch to find a little bit of space. Late run from Reese. It's a good one. Campbell Reese with the left-footed shot. Deflected. Corner. Almost into stoppage time now. See how much stoppage time they give. Corner played. Back post, off the post. Follow-up opportunity from Barnett, blocked. Another follow-up from Barnett, blocked. North Georgia with a chance to break. Strong work running that one down, Ollie Wagner. Jansen gives it back to Wagner. First half stoppage time. Atlanta hit the post on the last sequence. Can they make something happen here? Brian Gomez, Luke Hutzel, cross to the back post, volleyed in. Second goal of the day for Kenny Hales. Goal, 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 Atlanta United. Nice work on the break to make it happen. That's a wonderful ball from Hutzel with the right foot. Hales, first time delivery there. Beats Mendiola and restores Atlanta's lead before the halftime break. Big credit to Brian Gomez in that sequence as well. The center back saw an opportunity, continued to push forward. Was obvious North Georgia was on the ropes a little bit. Atlanta scores before the halftime break. Probably not much more time here in Marietta before we get to that break. It's 2-1, 2 goals from Kenny Hales. Juarez drops it back, gets it back. Gabaya. Forward to Vaquero. Spins. Pass to Maradiaga. He's fouled by Wagner. Free kick here, possibly to close out the half. It's from a good ways out, but we'll see how creative North Georgia is on this set piece. Maradiaga is there with the left foot. Vaquero with the right, but it's Maradiaga one-hopper into the hands of Kyle Jansen, and that will do it for the first half. Kenny Hales opened the scoring. Evan Dio leveled it for North Georgia. Red card to Eddie Garcia, and Atlanta took advantage of the man advantage. And Kenny Hales in first half stoppage time gave Atlanta United the 2-1 lead. We'll be back in about 15 minutes from Marietta for second half action. Atlanta United's Academy side leads North Georgia 2-1 at the break.
chasing it down. He has it. What can he do with it? He's trying to come in the middle. Fine in. He's got somebody free. And there's a goal.
International Shipping Services is a freight consolidator. We are an international freight consolidator. We provide services to over 24 countries in the Caribbean, South and Central America.
We have a very professional and wonderful, diverse staff, including nationals from Jamaica, Guyana, United States, Trinidad, Belize, Costa Rica.
If you would like to contact us, you can stop by our office that is located at 3048 Miller Road in Lithonia, Georgia. You can feel free to give us a call at 770-323-1111 or send us an email at info@mycaribship.com.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
to it. It's scrambled away. Diaga down the right side. Gonna have to go it alone quite a bit today. Has some help on the reinforcements here. Jansen gets across to make the save.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game!
Hey coach, is
Welcome back to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground here in Marietta, Georgia. Another match day in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Two teams right now at the bottom of the table, North Georgia United and Atlanta United's Academy. It's Atlanta United leading 2-1 at the break, and they have the man advantage as well. A late first half red card to Eddie Garcia. Atlanta took advantage. Kenny Hales scored his second goal of the day to restore Atlanta's lead. Take a look at what's going on around the Premier Division. Second half action, Potros leading FC Atlanta 1-0. Just underway, SSL hosting FC Birmingham. That has just kicked off, and when we're done, UMA will host Legends. Georgia Revolution will host Atlanta City tonight in McDonough. And KSA hosting Dalton United at 7:30. Make sure you subscribe to the Atlantic Soccer Media Group on YouTube. Get all the notifications when we are live with broadcasts. That's the table right now in the Premier Division. This is match day 5. Dalton United are your leaders. Potros with the lead right now. They would take the top spot at least for a few hours if they can see that lead out. It's a little bit shorthanded Atlanta United Academy side today, as injuries have hit the first team and the second team. This is kind of de facto the third team for the club. Talk about it as we go in the second half, but let's kick it for 45 more minutes from Marietta. Atlanta United with the 2-1 lead. This group today, a little bit of a mix of U17s and U19s on the Atlanta side. Pablo Ibarra walks it forward. Good ball down the right side from Barnett. Armani Rowe. Cut back, corner of the 18. Villalobos spins to the right. Back to the left. Drop back to Rowe. Rowe resets. Back to the middle third. Atlanta should be able to find the free man here with the man advantage. Chipped into the 18. Hales brings it down in traffic and pulls it wide. Kenny Hales on the hat trick. Almost gets it early here in the second half. The chip through was perfect from Barnett. Hales was able to see that one down, bring it down, cushion it. Had the right idea, just pulled the shot a little wide of that far post. Atlanta win it back in the middle third. Armistead plays it forward for Hutzel. Gavaya wins that foot race and clears it out. Mentioned the shorthandedness with Atlanta United today. First team plays tomorrow at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'm sure many of you will be there. 2:40 kickoff against Philadelphia Union. Second team plays on Monday against Philadelphia Union 2. The U17s and U15s just completed the Generation Adidas Cup down in Florida. A lot of players playing 6 games in about a week and a half. So the numbers are a little thin right now. When you start to add in some injuries as well, it's a challenge. Played forward to Hutzel. Hutzel slips it past Mendiola. That's how you overcome challenges with goal, Luke Hutzel. Great composure on the ball over the top. The patience in possession, very strong from Atlanta United. Chipped in. Hutzel brings it down, doesn't go for power, just passes it around Jose Mendiola to give Atlanta the 3-1 lead. And that's the good challenge for this young team. You walk into today and you know you don't have the bodies on the bench and you've got a little bit of a makeshift group. You need to take care of your business early. You don't want to have to sweat things. The pressure in the first half that put North Georgia under some difficult situations. Kenny Hales was a problem at times on and off the ball. You get the red card, and now you just have to take care of business. One player on the bench for Atlanta United's academy today, and that's a reserve goalkeeper, Nash Skoglund. I'm sure Nash could get out and run around if he has to. You'd like to not have to use your goalkeeper on the field. Kyle Jansen. Brian Gomez back to Jansen. Bends it around Maradiaga. Grayson Armistead. Armistead over the top. Hales finds the second ball. Bounces off the defender. Can't get the shot on frame. Mendiola will go run it down after it deflected. I think Hales, as he swung through, caught a little bit of the defender as well, but he's going to be able to walk that off. Big punt, wind aided from Mendiola. Gomez. No hesitation to head that back to his goalkeeper, Kyle Jansen. Jansen has spent time with South Africa's youth national teams. Not on the same page there. Reese and Hutzel. Or Barnett and Hutzel. Barnett's tucked inside. Maradiaga trying to make something happen for North Georgia. Gomez shuts the door. Atlanta on the break. Hutzel. Drops it back to Barnett. It's Armani Rowe who has moved out to that wingback position. Rowe back to Barnett. Rowe to Gomez. Can hear the communication from Jansen. Big presence in goal for the side. Hutzel over the top. One hopper into the hands of Mendiola. 51st minute, Atlanta United leading 3-1. Trying to get out of the relegation zone here in the Premier Division. Still very, very early days. Gomez and Barnett, two-man game. Now Ibarra. Hutzel. Wide to the right to Rowe. Rowe driving inside on the dribble, knocked away from him. Grimaldo forward to Dio. Pass blocked by Gomez. Grimaldo spins it back outside to the left. Grimaldo once again. Gomez stepped out, didn't get to it. Grimaldo's pass deflected by Barnett. And Jansen will send it short. Gomez. Barnett under some pressure. Up up the right side, not finding Villalobos. Rowe finds the second ball, picks out Hutzel. Hutzel turns to the left. Forward to Reese. He's got the long run from Armistead, rewards him. Grayson Armistead, low cross deflected in. Goal, goal, goal. Off of the right foot of Gabaya. Great service from Armistead. As we take another look, Hales was in behind. Gabaya has to try to make that play. If not, Hales is putting it home. And it just slices off of the boots and past his own goalkeeper, Mendiola. 4-1 to Atlanta United. A substitution for North Georgia. DeYo's day is done. He got the goal for North Georgia. Turned over, Atlanta back on it again. Hutzel drifting to the right. Back to Gomez. Obina Okoronkwo into the game for North Georgia. Wearing the number 18 shirt. He'll be up top with Maradiaga. Ibarra. Reese. Barnett. Through ball, flicked forward, wide, still there on the end line and put into the roof. Goal, 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 Pedro Villalobos. The scoop forward was a good one, and Villalobos was able to beat Mendiola with the first touch, run it down on the end line, and then with no angle, put it into the roof. 5-1 to Atlanta. It's never fun to have to play over a half, a man down. When it starts to get away from you like this, it's a difficult day at the office. North Georgia need to steady themselves here. You don't want this to linger into next week. I'll try to take something positive out of the rest of the day. Thrown in to Okoronkwo, taken away from him. Opportunity here for North Georgia. Long range shot saved by Jansen. Grimaldo testing Jansen. Jansen with the big punt. Even with that big right leg, that one might have been knocked down a little bit by the wind. Reese with the turnover, the takeaway for Atlanta. North Georgia play long into the hands of Jansen. 57th minute. Atlanta playing 11v10. Gomez inside to Ibarra. Over to Barnett. Hales gives it back to Barnett. Ibarra over to the right to Hutzel. Further to the right. Villalobos. Hutzel with the back heel. Reese, right-footed shot, big save, Mendiola. Well worked by Atlanta United. Ricky Davies' side can put a little more focus on their patterns of play here. Atlanta making a substitution. Armani Rowe is done. It's not Nash Skoglund, so they were able to come up with another player on the bench. Thought it was just going to be Skoglund on the bench. Shot from Reese saved. Barnett tries to win it back in the center circle, commits the foul. Free kick, North Georgia. Overhit out for the goal kick. Believe that is Kalen Kalanji who checked into the game for Atlanta United. Number 16 up top. Part of the U17 squad. Armistead back to Wagner. Jansen, Wagner, Barnett, Reese, Hutzel. Villalobos. Reese with the shot over the bar. Mendiola apparently had it covered. Take another look at that opportunity. The buildup from Atlanta was very good as they worked it down the right side. Mendiola came out to cut down that angle a little bit, and Reese skied it. 60th minute, crossing over into the 61st. 5-1 Atlanta. Grimaldo flicks it on. Looking for Okoronkwo. Played back to Jansen. Ibarra. Ibarra stepping up into the midfield. Long ball down the middle. Mendiola comes out of his 18-yard box to clear, and it's a good clearance. Garduno tried to play it forward to Okoronkwo. Turned over. Here comes Atlanta. Crossed in. Kalanji saved Mendiola. Ricky Davey was applauding that last sequence on the Atlanta side, the quick turnover and break. Big switch from Gabaya, does not connect with Garduno. Actually, North Georgia's made a sub on that far side. It's Juan Garnica. Number 2 into the match for North Georgia. Grimaldo through the middle. Too much for Maradiaga to get to. Jansen will pick it up. Reese able to turn. Down the right side to Villalobos. Cut back top of the 18, Hutzel. Second goal of the day for Luke Hutzel. Goal, 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 Atlanta United. Stretch the lead to 6-1. Campbell Reese driving forward. Villalobos, who's moved out wide, got his head up and didn't just blindly put it into the 18. He saw Hutzel lurking at the top of the box. Played to him, and nice footwork from Luke Hutzel. He gets his second of the day. And Atlanta gets goal number 6. North Georgia making a change on the far side. Isaiah Ledesma checking in. And he'll replace Gabaya. (1-1) full time in our other game that started before us. FC Atlanta with a second half goal to tie Potros. So Potros will move momentarily into the top spot in the Premier Division. Dalton United is in action later tonight. Again, make sure you're following Atlantic Soccer Media Group on YouTube. Make sure you're following on social media as well for all of the updates and scores from around the league. Busy weekend of soccer in the UPSL Georgia Top Flight Division. Foul on the far side, free kick North Georgia. FC Birmingham has scored in the first half at SSL. They're up 1-0. Here in Marietta, 6-1 to Atlanta United's academy side. The black and red advancing once again. Through ball down the left to Grayson Armistead. Armistead couldn't get the first cross in. Back to Reese. And back to Barnett. Floats it through. Reese tries to take it out of the air, but was in an offside position. Free kick for North Georgia. Free kick, long down the middle. Settled by Wagner. Armistead in a battle here on the near side. It's out for a North Georgia United throw. Vaquero, Maradiaga. On that left foot, blocked by Ibarra. Clearing attempt popped up. Still there in the 18. Blocked by Ibarra for a second time. Header deflected. Will be a corner. Garnica earning that corner for North Georgia United. Go back to the Atlanta goal that was conceded. It was a sequence off of a set piece similar to that where they just couldn't get the ball out of their own 18. Garnica headed away by Barnett. Reese on it. He's got numbers in front of him. Pass intercepted. Held it just a little too long. Juan Carlos Sanchez with the interception. Barnett's got Reese's back, though. Wins it back. Hutzel plays Reese through. Knocked away at the top of the 18 by Ledesma. Drops it back along the end line to Mendiola. His clearing ball. Knocked down at midfield by Ibarra. Kalanji passes forward. Barnett. Out wide to the right. Back to Barnett. Down the line. North North Georgia come away with it. Hutzel, though, puts a stop to that potential break. Luke Hutzel, 2 goals on the day, floats one down the right side. Brought down by Reese, back to Hutzel, spins to the left. Out wide to Armistead. Grayson Armistead caught by Mendiola. '68th minute, 6-1 Atlanta. They've played with the man advantage for the entire second half. And a decent bit of time in the first half. It was 1-1 when Eddie Garcia was sent off. Felt like the match might be turning Atlanta's direction, but it was still 1-1. Kenny Hales got in behind Garcia with the grab just outside the 18. Hales was in a shooting position, denied the obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Atlanta got one before the end of the first half and have taken full advantage of the man advantage here in the second 45. 2 goals for Hales on the day, 2 for Hutzel. An own goal in the mix as well. Villalobos with the other one for Atlanta United. $20 more to go. Probably not going to be a lot of stoppage time in the second half. Hutzel to Reese. Reese bends one through to Kalanji. It came off the hand as it hopped up into his body. Free kick taken quickly by Ledesma. Hutzel regains it for Atlanta. Slipped across. Kalanji back to the right foot. Picks out Hales. Hales with the shot right at Mendiola. Hales and Hutzel both on a hat trick. Would not be surprised if there's a little bit of a focus to try to find them. Wagner, Jansen, Gomez. Kalanji dropped it back. Wagner over the top. Volleyed away. Armistead comes away with it. There's Hales inside the 18. Has some support. Back to Hutzel. Reese. Hutzel. Drop back to Gomez. Back to Luke Hutzel. See the body language there from Luke Hutzel, just telling everyone to relax. In control, in possession, Atlanta United's academy side here today. Ollie Wagner. Takes advantage of the space, down the left side for Armistead. Bends in across, top of the 6. One hopper, Mendiola grabs it. Kalen Kalanji made the run, almost got on the end of that. Foul from Wagner on Maradiaga. He'll get a yellow card. A grab as North Georgia was trying to break. It's a transition foul. Maradiaga gets the free kick, turns, slips a pass through. Ibarra in a good position, and he'll draw the foul. Okoronkwo through the back of Pablo Ibarra. '73rd minute. Barnett to Reese. Big switch down the right side. Knocked away from Villalobos. He'll take the throw. Villalobos down the right side, crossed in, earning a corner. In swinging corner from the far side, out of the shade. Knocked away and cleared. Armistead has to foul Maradiaga. He'll get a yellow card. Yellow cards add up, and it's something you have to be concerned about, but the yellows that we've seen on the Atlanta United side, I don't think Ricky Davies going to mind that much about the actual foul that commits that gets the yellow card. Maybe what led to having to take that foul, he'll have some conversations with his team about. Max Ramos checks in for North Georgia. Hassan Dulfikar is our referee today. He's been very consistent on those transition fouls. That one was in the attacking half as Armistead just grabbed Maradiaga. Bouncing ball gave him some trouble in judgment. Headed away at the top of the 18, settled down for Hutzel. Tries to go outside of the right foot with the through ball. Pulled the old 7-10 split that time, right down the middle. Hales lays it off. Good ball to the left to Kalanji. Kalanji driving into the 18. Left-footed shot. Big save. Mendiola with the boots. Alex Gonzalez, one of the substitutes for North Georgia. Makes a play along the back line. It's a nice save from Mendiola. The through ball for Kalanji was excellent. Well worked sequence all the way around. And Mendiola came out, made himself big, and was able to make the play on Kalanji's shot. Jose Garcia checks in for North Georgia. Throw in down the right side for Hales. Sliding challenge, a good one from Ledesma. Corner upcoming. 77th minute. Played short, Hutzel. Barnett. Nothing materialized that time. Gets it back from Armistead. Now wide to the right to Villalobos. Back to Barnett. Barnett to the left to Kalanji. Kalanji squares it back across. Villalobos. Couple of deflections. Ledesma slices a clearance. Hales going to get to it on the end line. Ledesma shields him away, but can't let that go out for the goal kick. The pressure from Hales almost creates another opportunity. He's been relentless with that today. Atlanta win it back in the middle third. Jansen to the left to Wagner. Ollie Wagner with the big switch. Hales brings it down with the right foot. Inside to Hutzel with a shot from distance over the bar. Luke Hutzel wants that hat trick. Hasn't quite found it yet. The control from Hales was excellent to bring this ball down from Wagner. Laid it off to Hutzel, one touch to set himself, and ripped it just a little high. North Georgia in the middle third. Jose Garcia back out wide to the left. Long ball down the left flank, but nobody home. Barnett will take the throw. Reese switched into the middle to Hutzel. He'll go back to the right. Ibarra out wide to the right for Hales. Intercepted. Atlanta intercepts it right back with Ibarra. Armistead, Wagner, Kalanji. Got around Ledesma momentarily, but a nice recovery from Isaiah Ledesma. Jose Garcia. Ramos. Back to Ledesma. Sanchez with the switch over to the left. Sanchez, big switch. Gonzalez brings it down. Tries to float it back, but Kalanji intercepts. Wagner picks out Barnett. Over the top for Hales. Hales. Mendiola gets two at first. 82nd minute. Atlanta United's academy side seeing this one out with the 5-goal lead and the man advantage. If you're just tuning in, Eddie Garcia was sent off late in the first half, 1-1 at the time. Atlanta had opened the scoring with Kenny Hales. He restored the lead before the halftime break. And it's been all Atlanta United with the man advantage here in the second 45. Shot takes a deflection. It'll be a corner on the far side. Luke Hutzel will take the corner. He's got 2 of Atlanta's goals. Hales has 2 as well. Hutzel drives this one over Hales. Armistead pops it up. Hales with a quick turn, save Mendiola. It's a more difficult save than you might think, because Jose Mendiola was completely screened on that quick turn by Kenny Hales. Atlanta in possession in the middle third, back to Jansen. Armistead to Wagner to Jansen. Hales gets to that one, but he was coming back from an offside position. Even though the touch was in the defensive half for Atlanta United. Hales was offside when the ball was played by Jansen. Wynn knocked it down. Hales got to it first, but commits the offside offense. Free kick was a good one. It picked out Okoronkwo. He popped his header up to Jansen. 85th minute. Busy next few days in the Atlanta United universe. First team in action at Mercedes-Benz Stadium tomorrow. If you listen to us on radio, our coverage will start at 1:30 on Star 94 tomorrow. Abe Gordon and Garrett Chapman will get the Five Stripes countdown started. Mike Conti and I will talk to Atlanta United President and CEO Garth Lagerwey right before 2 o'clock. And kickoff will be at 2:40 tomorrow from the Benz. You can watch on Apple TV's MLS Season Pass or on Fox. Jansen will pick this up in the corner of his own 18. And then Monday, Atlanta United 2 will be in action in Kennesaw at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. That's a 7:30 kickoff against the Philadelphia Union 2. Come out and support the Atlanta United second team. You're going to see some players who have featured for Atlanta United's academy team here in UPSL. Hales let that one run. He thought he had a runner behind him. If you can't make it out to Kennesaw, you can watch that Atlanta United 2 match on Monday on Apple TV's MLS Season Pass. We'll have radio coverage on soccerdownhere.mixler.com if you want to tune in that way. Wagner blocks the shot from Maradiaga. The other bit of news in the Atlanta United universe revolves around where we are today, the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground, a multi-million-dollar investment coming, should be completed by next year, and that will impact the Atlanta United Academy sides. Going to be a big addition to the facility here in Marietta. Space for the second team, space for the academy, some upgrades, expanded offerings for the first team as well. Clearance sliced, so it'll be a corner for North Georgia here late. That announcement on the training ground was made earlier this week, just a few days after the U.S. Soccer National Training Center was unveiled in Fayetteville on Monday. Cleared away at the top of the 6th, still there for North Georgia. Okoronkwo trying to make something happen. It's Sanchez on the back post. Sanchez with the left-footed cross. Barnett wins the header. Atlanta's got it clear, and they do. Hales almost gets to that around Ledesma, but he settles things down back to Mendiola. That announcement on Monday in Fayetteville, the big headline was that the National Training Center for the U.S. Soccer Federation was named after Atlanta United owner Arthur Blank. It'll be the Arthur M. Blank National Training Center. Turnover, and North Georgia almost find a second, but Maradiaga pulls it wide. Sloppy there from Atlanta with the 6-1 lead in the 89th minute. But Ronald Maradiaga cannot punish them for it. Down the left side to Kalanji. Into the middle. Reese. Big switch to Villalobos. Tried to walk the tightrope on the end line, but goes over the end line. As we're down to a minute remaining in regulation. Hutzel chips it forward. Reese knocked down by Ledesma. Tried to play Hales in behind. Armistead. Left-footed cross. Ledesma heads it away. Long ball that Jansen will retreat into his own 18 to pick up. Hutzel knocks it forward to Hales. Hales slips the pass through to Reese. Not enough on it, though. Cleared away from him. Corner, Atlanta United. This will probably be the last sequence. No, gonna have some stoppage time. Think it's 2 minutes. Thought the referees might blow the whistle right on the 90. 6-1 Atlanta. Corner on the far side. Hutzel low. Wagner knocks it down. North Georgia come away with it. Can they clear? Kind of, but they get a foul. Atlanta United's academy side today has done a very good job with their counter pressure. After the ball turns over, they're forcing turnovers in dangerous spots. Hales has been a big part of that, and he pounces on another one. Hales with a right-footed shot. Save Mendiola, corner upcoming, but we're not going to get there. That will do it. A 6-1 win for Atlanta United's academy side. 2 goals from Kenny Hales. 2 goals from Luke Hutzel, 1 from Pedro Villalobos, and 1 an own goal turned in by Ramzi Gabaya. Evan DeYo with the North Georgia goal. That made it 1-1 in the first half, but the red card to Eddie Garcia changed everything here in Marietta. Atlanta restored their lead with the man advantage before halftime and took care of business in the second half. That's your match day schedule here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. FC Atlanta with a late second half goal to level that one with Potros. Potros does go to the top of the table momentarily. Atlanta United gets out of the relegation zone with their win today. FC Birmingham leading at SSL right now. Should be right around halftime in that one. 3 games later tonight, UMA hosting Legends, Georgia Revolution hosting Atlanta City, and Kalanji Pro Profile hosting Dalton United. It's been a fun one here in Marietta. Thanks to everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Atlantic Soccer Media Group and all of their broadcasts around the UPSL Georgia and beyond. We'll be back with you another time here very, very soon. I'm Jason Longshore signing off from Marietta. 6-1 win for Atlanta United.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL. This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.